How we doing, team? And welcome back to a brand new episode of the Simply podcast, presented by myself, Simply, obviously. This is the podcast where we talk about pretty much everything, but something that we are kind of catering a little bit more towards is, finding out more about creators out there, finding out more about, streamers, YouTubers, and just personalities generally on the internet. So today I'm joined by a very special guest, one of my favourite streamers to watch. Is none other than Sam Tap Tap. How are we, Sam?
I'm good. Hello. Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
It's nice
listen,
to
there's
be here.
not a problem at all. It's not a problem at all. Definitely one of the ones that I wanted to get on the podcast almost straight away. So I'm buzzing that you're here for this. And team
Too
as well,
kind.
you can check out Sam. He'll be links in the description below on YouTube. If you're watching this on Spotify, you can catch Sam on Twitter at Sam Tap Tap. Make sure you go check him out there as well. And he is live on Twitch basically every day. So make sure you're checking him out in there as well. But yes, this is the podcast where we do try and find out more about content creators and really dive into their lives. We want to find out everything. This is the kind of podcast is like the Kardashians for streamers. We're finding out every little detail.
Here we go.
Yeah, yes, no, absolutely. And you know what, Sam has had. Well, how would I describe it? He's had one of the most interesting careers on Twitch that I followed, most definitely, because I'm right in saying that you just quit your job one day and decided to take streaming almost full time.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
how,
It
how,
was go on.
how did that come about? What job were you in before and stuff like that?
I used to work in retail. It was a top man, like selling clothes and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it was cool for a bit. I kind of did it alongside college at the time, like part-time at
Mhm.
weekends.
What was it you were doing at college?
I was doing oh god, here we go. Media, IT and graphics.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, fair enough. It's not a million miles away from
No,
streaming.
no.
Yeah.
So it was quite good. It was alright. But yeah, I was doing retail working up weekends when I wasn't at college, and
Mhm,
when college finished, I took up more hours
mhm,
at Topman and kind of just like went from there for a little bit. And it was cool, like afforded new games
mhm.
and things like that.
Yeah.
Allowed me to be free with like going out and seeing my
Mhm.
friends and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, obviously, like quitting your job and going to something that, let's face it, income is not always guaranteed with.
No,
Um,
definitely not.
what were your family like? Were you just like doing that?
Oh god. Well, um, I thought about it for doing quit my job, that is. I thought about it for a long time. It was
Mhm.
like 6 months on my mind, like, "Alright."
Yeah.
I was always, like, creating content anyway, but,
Mhm.
like, I knew I wanted to take it full time.
Yeah.
Like, I was making videos on YouTube for, like, Call of Duty and stuff, like, little montages back in the day. We're talking,
Mhm.
like, a long time ago. So
During
I've always, like,
Sandstorm,
been around it.
just entering the scene. Was it Sandstorm? There was a few others as well that were always on your montages on YouTube.
Literally.
It was like 4 or 5 songs, and then it was just like constant. And then there was like these mad like kind of flashes, and oh, it was
Oh, yeah, the editing
what
was mad. It was unreal.
what a time to be on YouTube that was.
Yeah, so I was, like, trying to get involved in that. It was
Mm,
it was cool, but, I never got anywhere.
mm,
So I've always been around like, content creation
yeah.
because of that.
Mm,
So I was like, all right, streaming was starting to become a little bit of a thing
mm,
when I was like thinking about quitting my job, and I was like, all right, what can I do that can keep me busy
mm,
and as well as play games a lot, because I also love playing games, growing up playing games the whole life. So I was
mm,
like, all right, I want to keep gaming and I want to make content
yeah.
and I want to quit my damn job. so, so what can we do?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Yeah, basically my family were talking to me and I was like, they knew I was like, okay, this isn't really for me. I was thinking about doing it for a while, mentioned it to them, I was like, what would you guys think if I quit my job? And they were like, try and find something else to do, find a new job, blah blah blah. And I was like, yeah, but I don't want to find another job. I want to do this.
Yeah.
So one day I read out my letter of notice,
Mhm,
printed it off without them knowing, they had no idea, family. And took it into the store, showed it to the manager. She was like, okay, that's fine. 2 weeks later, I quit. And then I come home that day and I told my family, I was like, all right, I've quit my job. That's it. I'm gone. And they weren't best pleased. No.
Oh,
They
jeez,
they
man.
they were like, "What the hell are you doing?" You know what I mean? All this kind of stuff. Like, what are you gonna do? You know, have you thought about this through? Like, what are you trying to do instead? Like, is this like, streaming kind of gaming thing even gonna work out? And I was like, I got no idea, but I
Uh,
want to give it a go. You
to
know.
ask you this one, so obviously you just kind of quit your job,
Mm.
like obviously you don't mind me asking, like many kind of financial responsibilities did you really have at the time? Was it like heavy, or was it just like what was at the back of your mind most of all when you were kind of quitting your job? What was maybe slightly stopping you, but obviously didn't stop you in the end?
Um, there was a few responsibilities, just like paying bills, because at the time my family weren't really that well off.
Yeah,
So it's hard to um yeah, trying to keep going without
yeah,
my income to support them. So I
hmm
was kind of like, it wasn't just a risk for me, but it was a little bit of risk for them, because if they ever needed um I don't know, like paying for electricity, for example, I would do it in the past. But when I had my job and now I quit it, I was like, okay, this, my I was like the backup if
yeah.
they couldn't afford it.
You know what's mad is like you've just kind of like it's almost like down to your success in some ways. Just quitting your job is giving you almost that need that you have, like this has to work. And you know
Yeah,
what?
exactly.
It definitely
Yeah.
has. Like, you've been doing it for how long now?
5 years,
Five
five and a
years,
half years. Yeah,
5.5 years, full time content creation. Is mad, and you know what? It's what a lot of people dream of. Like,
yeah.
it. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like a lot of people dreaming it. It's a lot of work. Like a lot
Yeah.
of work.
I mean, it's been full time
Mm.
for like 5.5 years, but it hasn't been full time income for 5.5 years.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? The hours are there, but the money wasn't, I tell you.
yeah.
But
Definitely.
I made sure before I quit my job, I saved up, before, like, for them, basically.
Oh
I
yeah.
wanted to save up money to be able to afford to pay for their bills if it ever came to it.
Hmm.
So, I had a backup plan for that. I never had, like, people talk about, don't quit your day job or have a backup plan just in case things go wrong. But like you said, it was like, this is a needs and must. This has got to work. This
Yeah.
is it.
Did
I
did
was like, there's
did
no backup plan here. This is committed. You know what I mean?
did you give yourself a time frame as to when that you'd have to see income come in before you'd get another job, or was it like that? Like this is it. I have to.
No,
No,
no.
no,
There
no.
was no backup plan. There was no time limit. This is it. This is
That is
working.
mad. You know,
And
I
yeah.
couldn't imagine doing that, and like that. The balls it takes to do that is something else.
I
Like,
tell you what,
jeez,
the
oh,
day I quit and I left that
yeah,
store for the final time
yeah,
was one of the happiest days ever. I swear to God, it was unreal.
mad.
It's like a whole weight's been lifted and you're free to do whatever the hell you want. Like the world is your oyster kind of thing.
Aye.
And it felt like, all right, now I can make my own path instead of just like following someone else's, you know?
Yeah, you know what, you hear about it all the time. You know, you don't need to follow the kind of plan that's laid out in front of you. So, like, obviously, you got to be married by 30, kids by then, and all that. You know,
Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly.
you don't need to. You do it at your own pace. Everyone's different.
Exactly.
Uh,
Exactly. Now, because of that, I was like, yeah, I want to make my own path. And it kind of intertwines with like
mm,
my streaming career to a point. Like, we play a lot of pro clubs, like
mm,
just to quickly dive into that. And it's like,
mm.
no one on Twitch plays pro clubs, So
Yeah.
why am I doing that? But I want to make my own path. I want to do my
Oh,
own
yeah.
thing. And it's
I
kind of
mean,
like,
I,
you
I
know,
I think it was almost like you were alive near enough. I think every single day at 4 o'clock for so long.
yeah, yeah,
Like I genuinely like I used to just come on Twitch. You're there, like just like
yeah,
always, and it's like people will. You know what's amazing with that? It's obviously the fact that you were so reliable for being on at 4 o'clock. Obviously helped massively as well because like people used to come in your stream well beforehand and like well like waiting for you to almost be late.
yeah,
So
yeah.
sometimes
It's true.
yeah,
Especially in FIFA and pro
mm,
clubs, like we have a lobby full of people, right?
yeah,
And I start streaming at 4, like you say, but we'd have a full lobby of
mm,
11 people at like
yeah,
3 p.m. An
mm,
hour before I even start, the lobby's getting full in FIFA pro clubs
mm.
just so they could play. It was mad.
Yeah,
It was
I
mad.
remember. I think it was back in the day. I tried to get in and just like couldn't get in because like people would jump in before me.
Yeah.
It was just like, yeah, it's like, oh God's sake, now I've got to go actually find some friends to play with now.
I'm
But,
sorry.
yeah, like, let. I mean, you know what? Streaming pro clubs obviously, um, everyone else on FIFA obviously streams Ultimate Team, and you're there like streaming pro clubs, and that's a risk in itself as well because obviously Ultimate Team was all where a lot of the views were, particularly early days.
Yeah, yeah.
but you kind of did it your own way.
Yeah.
But built it up through pro clubs. Which, to be fair, if you'd asked people like higher up and stuff, like I say higher up kind of streamers at a time, should they stream pro clubs? A lot of them probably would have said no. And because obviously it's limited to the fact that you could only have 11 players in the lobby at a time. But you know what? It worked in the end. Like you were doing really well. You were averaging very good views. YouTube videos were doing well as well. One YouTube video that you'd done that always stuck really well with me, and I used myself, was obviously how to get from 0 to 1,000 Twitch followers. Because I even messaged you after I hit it myself. Because it like there was little bits of advice that I always. I've got to admit, in the background right now, it's not as tidy as it should be. Where you say tidy your goddamn room. That is one of your quotes from the YouTube video.
Oh man,
yeah, that's it. That bed could do with a tidy. But, yeah.
Oh man, that's cool, that.
Yeah, but it's like, what made you just decide to do that all of a sudden?
Well, the video.
Yeah.
I don't know. To be honest, it was like a spur of the moment. It was like, I've hit 1,000 followers. What can I do with it? Basically.
Mm-hmm.
So how can I create content about hitting a milestone?
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, let's make a video about how to grow to 1,000 followers. Cause it's quite a cool number, 1,000.
Yeah, 1,000. You know
4
what?
digits. It's quite nice.
That's about as many Livingston season ticket holders. So it's that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. Oh, geez,
so,
man.
I wanted to help out and give at the time anyway. I mean, a lot of the advice in that video is still relevant to today, but not as much anymore. Like things have changed and all that. But yeah, I want to help out and do my thing because I know what it's like, and you get a lot of videos that are like not as helpful. I just want to be clear cut and like straight to the point, like do this, do that, and don't do this, don't do that kind of thing. But
yeah, it was one of the videos that I definitely used. Obviously, I think while you're trying to really push for those followers, it's a hard one because like you're trying to make it not too obvious, so you're just begging people to follow, but at the same time, it's like use little prompts and stuff like that to try and encourage people because it is free and it's like if you're watching this a certain podcast on YouTube, you should maybe subscribe because it's free.
Yeah, definitely, hit that sub button.
Yeah, definitely. We just hit 100 subs the other day, first time. So
Ooh,
yeah, that's one milestone. Next one's 1,000. Let's go. Yeah. But yeah, no, it is hard. It's a hard game. It's one game that everyone wants to play and do well at, but there's just not really a cheat code or anything to it. Sometimes it's about getting lucky, but then other times it's also about putting in the sheer graft that it requires. Obviously, I don't do this full time. Obviously, I do work at the side. That being said, I have just handed them a notice, so I am leaving.
Oh, no way.
I am leaving my current job at the moment.
Have you told your family?
Yeah. They
nice. Okay.
They know I'm changing career paths to learn some new skills and stuff like that. I won't go into the full details just solely because I can't really mention the brand and stuff like that too much on social. But it's really I've done it a few times myself. I've changed a few things. I all of a sudden decide one day to go to the States and coach football out there.
Yeah.
It is scary just taking that leap because you just don't know what's on the end. You don't know if it's gonna work out. You don't know, are you gonna crumble down and then your dream's dead? It's scary. It
is.
It's
but that thrill, I love it.
Yeah,
there's something about that just keeps you alive and keeps you going.
Yeah, definitely. And we don't necessarily do it for the money, but I feel like the money almost it kind of justifies the work that was put in some ways. Like it kind of it's the easiest way to justify it to other people. Like
exactly.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Like obviously, whenever I hit a milestone, so obviously hitting that 100 subs on YouTube, I'm absolutely buzzing with it. I know I've got. I think it's like 1,200 followers on Twitch, but that 100 subs almost felt a bit more than maybe that 1,000 on Twitch. It's hard to describe. I don't know why. It's just like I feel like just YouTube's the bigger platform in many ways. Hitting that 100 there, so it was like yeah, it was just like I loved hitting that 100 there, and for me, obviously, I do love, like, it's the engagement, it's the chatting to people on stream,
Mm.
making friends and stuff, like making connections through Twitch and socials. Obviously, I wouldn't be
Oh yeah.
talking to yourself if it wasn't down
No,
to
that,
that as
yeah,
well.
it's true.
Met yourself through it. I've been quite lucky that way, and it's one of the best things is about Twitch and stuff, or just streaming and content creation in general, is just meeting all the people that you do.
Oh yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, I remember when I first met Axe, Axoma,
Mm.
and I was like, oh my god, it's him! I can't believe it. It's like you watch this guy every day for like, I don't know, 2, 3 years at a time, and then you see him in person for the first time after like speaking, every day or so. You know what I mean? We always talk and all that. So it's like,
Yeah,
all right, here he is, the man, the myth, the Axoma, and I was
yeah.
like, yeah.
The
God.
man, the myth, the Axoma. I love that.
The first thing I did was give him a hug. When I first saw him, I was like, come in, big
Oh,
hug. It was
love
great.
that. Love that. It's like it's like I've been speaking to people for online for years and years. I've not met many of them. I met a few of them.
Mm,
Mainly because my location wise isn't great. Like, I live in Scotland. There's
yeah.
very few actual Scottish streamers that are kind of
Worth
on.
meeting?
Yeah, it's a hard. It's just not that many, but
Yeah.
maybe I'll just invite them all to my house one day. Who knows?
Big party at Spuds. Here we go.
Yeah. Listen, you've all got the invite now. Even new subscribers, if you subscribe, you get them an invite.
There you
So
go. There's your incentive.
yeah, I'll get the barbecue and I'll cook you all something.
Ooh.
Yeah, listen, I love a barbecue.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, I'm not sorry, Sam. I would be cooking a lot of meat.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fine.
yeah. Or maybe I'll make you.
I'll bring my own stuff,
Yeah, maybe I'll make you. I don't know, like, would you eat like pineapple or something? I don't know.
You can get a veggie sausage and veggie burgers and all that good stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful.
On
I'll bring some round.
on that one, was it just your choice to be a vegetarian, or is it like an actual, like, you can't just eat meat? Is there a reason?
I can eat meat. I eat meat, and well, I became veggie when I was 21, I think,
All
22.
right,
Yeah, and I've been veggie for like 5 years now or so.
yeah, fair dues.
So pretty much as long as I've been streaming, yeah, I've been veggie. It's kind of weird. It's like a weird time in my life. It's like a quarter life crisis,
Quarter
where you
life.
quit your job and then go veggie. It's kind of mad.
Not even quarter that one, is it? It's like just before.
Fifth, yeah,
It's
a fifth life or something.
yeah,
But yeah, veggie was partly down to one of my friends in real life was a vegan at the time. And he was giving me all these articles and documentaries to watch and like check out this stuff about how meat is made and slaughterhouses, all this kind of stuff. I was like, okay. So that's one thing, but at the same time, it's always been in the back of my mind, like, do I need to have this animal die for me to eat it, kind of thing, or to be full in my tummy? So do I need to survive by killing something else?
yeah.
And most of the time, I could, like, say for example, before I was veggie, I would eat the rest of my plate and leave the meat at the end and be like, all right, am I full? Am I good? And if I was, then I'd be all right, maybe veggie could be an option. I still did the meat afterwards, but but yeah, you kind of like just like test it out a little bit,
That's fair. I mean, I say that.
and then
I say that I've got a
go
bloody
on.
ribeye in the fridge downstairs. Just like
Yeah. I understand. Like I said, I ate meat for like 21 years. I've had meat feast pizzas and
yeah.
burgers and bacon and all this kind of stuff. Chicken is incredible, I know.
Oh,
But
yeah.
KFC the lot,
Oh,
But
yeah,
one of my biggest things for being veggie is the fact that I don't like how cows and pigs and animals are fed more than some kids. Like some kids don't know when the next meal's going to be.
Yeah.
Whereas animals are getting overfed just to be fattened up to be slaughtered and then eaten. You know what I mean? So it's like I find it a bit backwards how we're feeding animals more than we're feeding kids, and it seems a bit strange to me.
That is mad. That's a really mad statement right there, because you think of over lockdown. Obviously, there was that whole fiasco. Well, I say fiasco. Whole ordeal with obviously Marcus Rashford and the government over
Yeah.
like the
School meals and all that.
yeah,
and kids
school meal
getting their
vouchers.
food.
That was it. Yeah, it's the fact that
Yeah.
they couldn't get them the food, and then obviously Rashford did amazing work of getting them all fed and stuff like. But yeah, we're overfeeding animals.
Yeah.
So yeah, no,
Literally.
absolutely get what you're saying with that one, because it's it's messed up in so many different ways at the same time.
Yeah,
Like
it is.
like it really is. It's like don't get me wrong. I love meat. I'm not gonna um.
I'm not here to preach, by the
Yeah,
way. I don't
yeah,
want to convert.
yeah,
Just
yeah, yeah.
you do you.
Yeah, it's like you could tell me a hot dog's got horse in it, and I'll probably still eat it. Like yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, I probably would.
Yeah,
I've got a
yeah,
tummy
yeah.
on me. I didn't get that from nowhere. You know, it's it's come from
Oh, man.
something. You know, it's yeah, probably. But absolutely, like, it is mad fact at the same time, and the fact that you know, it's it's the fact that what you're saying about the fact that we got kids starving in the country, and
Yeah,
it's like instead our priorities are pigs. You know,
yeah, yeah.
it's such
It's
a
mad.
bizarre circumstance. But aye, there we go. That's well, you just say team now. Listen, obviously we have an agenda. This was meant to go at the end, but listen, it's ended up in the middle.
We're just winging it. It's fine.
Absolutely. Let's revert it back to kind of content creation. Obviously, we were kind of touching on obviously the likes of Twitch and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Obviously, you have a status which obviously a lot of people on Twitch would absolutely love to have. You are a Twitch partner.
Yeah.
Now something you have said I think once before is something like it's not always cracked up to be. Like it's maybe,
not anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's put on this kind of pedestal of almost
Yeah.
get to Twitch partner. This is the pinnacle of streaming. But you've got the tech, the amazing tech that it is. Like how would you say like streaming changed between like when you didn't have it to when you did?
Streaming didn't change at all. Exactly the same.
Yeah.
But what you do day to day, what you stream, the games you play, if anything, is like a little bit less weight to carry because like you haven't got to hit an average number of viewers and you've done it now. You can play whatever you want and not have to worry about, oh no, if I don't hit 75 average, I'm not going to get a partner. So you can kind of have freedom in what you play.
Yeah.
That's the only real benefit from my perspective.
Right. Yeah.
Other than that, it's exactly the same.
Yeah.
You're still streaming, still gaming, still talking to chat, still, subs and new followers and whatever else. It's all exactly the same. And it's still great, but like it's really not that great partnership because even nowadays, like the gap between affiliate and partner is so thin. Like there's not much benefit you get between having partner over affiliate.
Right.
Can I ask
you a hard question? I don't know if you'll be able to fully answer it. Right.
Go.
Right. What are your opinions on Twitch? Like now, like as like a lot of the decisions they made, with the boosted streams, the obvious money grabs. What are your opinions on Twitch at the moment?
It's I don't know. They're trying to try too hard. I feel like because like obviously with YouTube catching up, they're almost looking over their shoulder a bit and thinking, "Oh God,
yeah.
Oh God, here we go, something's coming." But I feel like I don't know. I thought I say that. I mean, I like to always stream on Twitch, because I feel like as a platform, people look at Twitch for streaming. And you look at YouTube for videos, and I feel like that is perfect. But obviously, that can change. You can still stream and make videos on either or platform. But Twitch is, I love it. It's what made me here today.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be if it wasn't for Twitch. So I love it.
Like I said in the video obviously before and stuff like that. Like Twitch for me obviously before was amazing. Like it was the fact that. I mean, I started obviously on Twitch through not wanting to make content. It was through wanting to show my friends packs that was opening on.
Yeah.
Like it was the easiest way to stream from your console at the time. So therefore, it made it so easy for really anyone to kind of stream on Twitch.
Fire it up. Yeah.
So and that's something I feel YouTube's lacking is that ease of access. But at the same time. Without having that ease of access, there isn't as many. There's so little streamers on Twitch compared on YouTube compared to potential viewers. So it's a kind of balancing act. But then at the same time, I'd also say that on Twitch, there's also probably significantly more content creators that watch other streams. So it's kind of it's a weird balancing act that both of them are playing at the moment. Like Twitch is making a lot of decisions that's kind of reducing that gap between partner and affiliate, but
Yeah.
at the same time, it's not making it seem like partner is all what it's cracked up to be at the same time. And
No.
it's a weird game that they play in.
I think I saw recently with Twitch, they there's like special partners you get as like a little partner above partner
yeah,
kind of thing.
so
And they're reducing their subscription percentage, isn't it? From 70 to 50% as well, which is
so that was given to very specific streamers, particularly
the elite ones.
like XQC and stuff like that. They were getting a 70-30 split where they were like, obviously all the revenue that they would get from Twitch and stuff like that they would get significantly more money. The problem with they're taking that away is I think I really badly explained it on the YouTube video, but the gist was there of the fact that the likes of XQC and stuff, I was losing hundreds of thousands of dollars just over this like all of a sudden decision. And it's one of the things that I could see drive YouTube streaming up and up and up like so easily almost with them. It's almost free advertising for YouTube streaming without from Twitch. It's almost like they want you to stream there. It's very, very bizarre decisions that they make. And a few people that I watch that are consultants for Twitch and like the kind of decisions they make, where none of them were consulted. None of them were consulted on some of the changes. Now I should add, a lot of these decisions that are made, none of them have been fully confirmed. A lot of them are speculation, but all from very reliable sources. So at the same time, it's
It's like they're toying with the idea, but not actually doing it. Just
it's like they
the
put
first reaction, see how it goes.
Yeah, it's like they put it out, and then they'll just say, "Oh, we were never going to do that in the first place."
Exactly. Yeah.
All deniability and whatnot. But
I will say with Twitch though, one more thing. I recently started doing watch-alongs, which is like a contract I got through Twitch as well. So they've kind of sorted me out there a little bit, which is really cool, I must admit.
Yeah.
So that came about. There was like someone, a Twitch staff member, came in my chat when I was streaming and was like, came to me with a website link to like fill out a form, and then basically just start doing watch-alongs on stream, which is like obviously where you watch a sporting event, where it's F1, football, whatever, and then that's kind of it's just a nice little boost from Twitch to be recognized as like, okay, we want you to do watch-alongs because your stream is cool. I think your community is talking about sport all the time anyway, so so it's like you may as well do it. And it was like, okay, this is really damn cool to be recognized from like Twitch staff and be like, all right, this is
definitely getting that recognition. It's something else. It's like because it like we talked about it before, and where we were saying about the kind of justification of obviously the kind of the fruits of your labor almost. Like that's something you've got for your hard work. You've gotten that contract and that partnership through the work that you've done beforehand. That was never gonna wouldn't have come about if you hadn't done it before. And it's an amazing thing, and kind of the opportunity to do that as well is amazing because there's very few people that would get that, like very, very few. And it's amazing the fact that you've got that. So it's opened up the content creation and what you can make. I never got on with watch-alongs personally. I tried streaming it, but I get far too emotional. Like
I'd watch that.
Yeah,
let's go.
Yeah, it's when watching Arsenal or Livingston, it's I'm not. I mean, no one would watch vlog of Livingston, but Arsenal they would. And oh my god, if you'd seen me yesterday, dearie
not from
me.
the derby. Man.
No, it was just not a good time.
We can move on. It's fine. We'll move on.
Yeah, it's not a good time. I mean, my boss today kept calling me Rob Holding.
God.
Yeah, so
Nightmare.
Oh, dearie me. Yeah, it's dearie me. But yeah, no, like I said, the fact you've gained the opportunity is amazing, and you should be
it's just like
you should be very proud of what you've achieved through stream because it is amazing. It really is, and I don't feel necessarily you've always got the recognition for that because you are a really like one of the best streamers I see on the daily basis, because I love the fact that you're so engaging with your chat. You consistently stream pro clubs, and I love
Yeah,
pro clubs.
yeah.
And you've also been streaming a lot more of like the Call of Duty, because obviously you mentioned obviously about making the montages and stuff like that before, and you
Yes, yeah.
you're pretty good at Warzone and stuff, right?
Decent,
you
yeah.
can aim,
I can name. I can run
Yeah.
around and name, just about on my day. But yeah, it's just like I like to just like I said earlier about the whole once you get partnership, you haven't got to worry about your average viewers, so you can kind of
Yeah.
free to play anything else. So I was like, all right, now we can introduce other games. So
Mhm.
like obviously back in the day before partner, pro clubs was my my biggest game. You know what I mean? What I would get the most viewers playing, all this kind of stuff, and you kind of cater towards that just to get
Mhm.
partnership.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, now I can play anything. I'm not worried about it. But yeah, Call of Duty a lot is great. A bit of F1 as well.
Hmm.
It's quite fun. Um,
Here's a
but it's just
question.
allowing you to branch
Yeah,
out. You
yeah.
know?
Here's a question for you. So obviously you're touching on obviously streaming what you want. Would you advise? Well, say if you're wanting to make content creation a career,
Yeah.
would you say that you need to stream certain games that obviously get the bit? So would you have to stream Fortnite, which has got the more views in it, or do you continue to stream what you enjoy the most? Well, what would you say is more beneficial? For the stream in general, because I'm asking you obviously because you've been on Twitch a long time, you've
Yeah.
experienced obviously the ups and downs.
Yeah.
So if there's anyone to ask, it's probably you.
um, I started off playing what I wanted,
Mhm.
and when I first streaming, my first ever game I streamed was Forza Motorsport 6. I used to do
Wow.
like endurance races.
Yeah.
It would last like an hour and a half. You just go around
Mhm.
like basically a really long race,
Yeah.
and it was really boring. It was really bad. But it was like the first game that kind of like, okay, let me just jump on and stream a game and race around for a bit and jump off.
Mhm.
There was no interaction. There was no talking. It was just me just circling in track, going around and around. But
Wow.
it was just something to do at the time. Um,
That's mad.
but that's where I was gonna go with that. Uh,
I
oh,
mean,
God.
you stream F1 as well now, so kind of
Yeah, it's kind of gone full circle there. It's kind
yeah,
of gone full circle.
yeah,
I've
just
always been into racing
just like
games,
where
but
you were on motorsport, It's there you go.
yeah, it's
Definitely.
true.
Oh,
Um,
I mean, you
oh
love
God,
F1 as well, don't you?
what was the question again?
Oh, so
Oh man.
obviously it was like, would you? Is it more beneficial, in your opinion, to stream
Yeah, yeah,
what you enjoy compared to
yeah,
maybe what is better to stream?
yeah. So like I said, I started streaming what I enjoyed, and then
Mhm.
you kind of find something that clicks,
Yeah.
And then when you do, like whether people engage with it more,
Mhm.
interact with it more, you enjoy it more on stream, and the stream does better because of it. Once you find that one thing, just send it, just
Yeah.
full send it,
Full send it.
and and then once you get to a point where you can feel all right, maybe try something else and see how it goes. It's quite a scary one because like you may say your average X number of viewers playing that main game you full send, you play something different and you don't average as much. It can be a bit
Mhm.
scary to think, oh, I didn't do quite as good of a stream that one. Maybe I shouldn't play again.
Mhm. I mean,
But I wouldn't be put off by that because if you enjoyed it more,
yeah.
just send it. You know what I mean? Just go for it. But at the same time, like I think it was about 2 years of streaming
Mhm.
until I really started to see any sort of income. You know,
Okay. Yeah.
so you got to be somewhat realistic with like what your expectations are with streaming,
Mhm.
and as well as is it monetary? Is it engagement? Is it interacting? Is it just enjoying the time you're on, kind of thing?
Yeah.
Is
Definitely.
it So what is it? What is it you're looking for from it? And then depending on that, I would just cater towards the people that are in the stream, as well.
Yeah. Because
What do they want to see?
I think a
What do they want to
strong
be with?
core is really like, it's like obviously every stream has got that core people that are on no matter
Mm.
what you're streaming, and they are
Yeah.
so important. Like
Oh yeah.
like they really are. Like, and they're brand new as well, because you can rely on them to be there, but like no matter what, you could
100%.
and it's amazing as well because you always look for them. The first people you always look for in the
Yeah.
stream as
Yeah.
well. Um, You know,
if I don't turn up, you're like, where the hell are they? Where have they gone? Oh my
you know.
god.
Well, shall we give a special mention or two from your stream? Who's like, who would you pick out as one of the OGs?
The OGs.
Yeah. They'll
Well,
get
Selbu's been there.
oh, Selbu.
Selbucraft. He's always there. He's there more than me. I'm pretty sure. he's there more than I am.
That's mad.
Yeah, I mean, there's loads of OGs. Like I said, I've been doing it for like 5 years, and I think people getting like 60+ month like follow ages. It's like, dude, what the hell?
You know what I love whenever you
I mean,
say.
Axe has been there a long time.
Oh yeah, I love when you
Jez,
say Plumblebee.
Oh yeah, Plumblebee. He's been there a hot minute.
Yeah, it's like
the weirdest thing is when they kind of like, for example, Alfie Dobson. He's been there a long time. When he joined the stream, he was in school, like, you know, doing not even GCSEs. He was before GCSEs.
Yeah.
But now, like a couple years later, obviously, you know, he's grown up with the stream. He's doing his own thing now. He's working and all that. It's like, holy moly, this man has grown up. I remember when he joined the stream, he was a kid. You know, like, what the hell? It's proper weird.
Yeah, you know what it is like. There's one or two people I've had. I've not been streaming nearly as long as you, and nowhere near as consistently. So like obviously my core is like significantly smaller because obviously I just haven't done it I haven't put in as many hours as you have, and you are you are a very talented streamer as well. So I'm
gonna start crying soon, by the
way. You know, listen, I spit straight facts. So it's, you know, you obviously you've got this amazing core, and I think that like even when I like I just like pop into your streams every now and then, I don't think I've ever seen you drop kind of heavily in views. Like it's always on a consistent basis. I always see a lot of the same names, and then obviously sometimes it does go really high as well. You know, depending on what you're streaming and stuff like that. I mean, I've seen some amazing Warzone wins from yourself, obviously, as well. Like, and then obviously there's some hilarious moments that come from pro clubs as well.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
I do actually want to touch a little bit on FIFA because FIFA is obviously one of the games that even like both of us have kind of have found a bit of success with. But you more so.
When I hear to compare, it's fine. Don't
worry. Well, one of us has got a tick, one of us hasn't. But you know, it's what would you personally love to see come to FIFA, like particularly in pro clubs aspects?
Oof, I think the number one thing is crossplay. You know, and it seems like it might be on the horizon, which is good.
Yeah, it's a hard one. Because I've heard a few things about potentially that pro clubs might be one of the modes that's excluded from it because of the amount of players, but at the same time, it's like, you know, it happens with likes of COD and stuff like that. There's lots of different players that come on there. It definitely could happen. It may be the case on where it's not that you play with everyone on the same console, but you can play against teams on opposite consoles. I think that's a potential.
That seems more realistic.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I wish it was the case where you could like have, for example, say we're playing on an Xbox.
Yeah.
And our club is on Xbox, but you could have a PlayStation player jump into our club and play with us. That would be great.
Yeah.
But I don't think that will happen.
Yeah.
To be honest.
I'm thinking it's more likely. I mean, obviously, it wasn't just obviously Twitch. Also, they were kind of metal. Like we both also played VFL, and VFL obviously, you know, I'm not gonna say it's the most perfect site ever, but it has a lot of really good assets. Like the amount of people that I've met off VFL is unbelievable.
Yeah.
So some of my best pals are from VFL as well, and it's crazy how that site's obviously helped. But that's obviously one of the aspects that they're looking at, because there could be one of the biggest kind of pro clubs leagues if crossplay comes into it. The potential of that could be mad.
It's mind blowing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I hope that one day we see where you can join other clubs from other consoles and all that kind of stuff. Because matchmaking's one thing. Like crossplay matchmaking would be nice. It's cool. But playing together with any console, any platform is the pinnacle of pro clubs, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Where being able to play with anyone, anytime, any club would be amazing. And VFL would be great. I've enjoyed VFL a lot. Been on there for a few years. Won a
Yeah.
few things, lost a few things, you know. Should have won a few things, but
I've only really just
it's all
started
good.
winning myself on there. I mean, I've been on them for fucking so long. Like I've
Yeah.
been on that site since 2014.
Oh wow.
Um,
Nice, nice.
back in season 14 or 13.
Really?
Oh no, it's earlier actually. No, it's season 12. Season 12 was when I
12.
joined. Yeah.
Nice.
And I it was so weird. Back in those days, they had auto assign. I don't know if you ever were on it at the time, but
Yeah,
basically,
I think.
I was trialing for teams and stuff like that. I really wanted to go to Arsenal, and it was I was like, oh right, I want to join Arsenal. I want to join Arsenal. I was in the
Mm.
party with the manager. No, I should have the manager. And me and him are really good pals now. In fact,
Oh nice.
he was the one that sold me the PC that I'm currently using.
Oh no way.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
all the way from
I like that.
Portsmouth, he sold me this PC.
That's
And
like opposite end of the country. Jesus.
yeah, I mean, he built
Yeah.
it. He built it and he sold it for me at an unreal price.
Nice.
So
Yeah,
it's
look at that.
like that shows VFL right there. Like that,
Yeah, yeah.
like one of the biggest benefits. The PC I've got that I use for streaming, and I should add, is a decent PC as well with its RTX 2080 in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
better than mine.
well, to be fair, I got that particular part off my brother, but the whole
Ah,
PC in general I got off from VFL basically, and it is amazing at the same time. That's where that's come from.
yeah.
But yeah, obviously I was in the party with him, and I was like ready to join Arsenal, buzzing. You know, it's the team I support, and then next, you know, I go in my profile, and all I see is Gladbach as the badge.
Oh no.
And I'm there, and I'm one of these kids at the time that's messaging Gringo, going, "I didn't I didn't sign for these." You know, I was like, he just didn't care at the time.
Nah, he wouldn't. No.
Yeah, he was just like, no, you're playing for Gladbach and
Yeah,
whatnot.
you've made your choice. You made your best sleep in it.
And then I joined Arsenal mid-season, and then we got relegated.
Damn.
Yeah, from the
Damn.
Prem. And then
Nightmare of Arsenal.
I got relegated. I mean, I think Chelsea might have been champions. That it was either Chelsea or it was Man City, because you'll recognise one or two of these names. So Alex W was also on
Yeah.
Alex Wilson. He was
Yeah.
around the time. He scored 5 against us.
Oh, God.
Yeah, one from the halfway line.
Jeez. What FIFA was that?
That was 15, I think.
15,
Yeah, because
yeah.
it was 2014. So yeah, it'd be 15.
Yeah.
That one.
Blimey.
Yeah, and it was. I mean, that team was not great. Not gonna lie. We still talk
Getting
about,
relegated.
but we still talk about that team now. We had the goalkeeper in the middle of the game just decided to say, "What am I even doing in goal? I'm not a goalkeeper."
Oh my God.
Just in the
No
middle
way.
of a really intense VFL game, we're defending for our lives. It's still 0-0. He brings that up next. You know, we concede.
Oh dear. That's just nightmare fuel. That.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, obviously VFL amazing and stuff like that, and I hope that crossplay comes just for that sake alone. I think that'd be amazing to connect.
Yeah, it'd be great to see how they deal with it and what they do with it as well. It would be really cool.
Definitely. Now obviously, again, we love to get sidetracked.
Literally.
I'd love to kind of bring it back again to content creation, but one
I'm down
topic
for it.
in particular, and that is the fact that the organization that you were with, and the organization that is huge, and a lot of people know, obviously, is Horizon. Now obviously a lot of people on content creation stuff would love to join an organization.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if they know fully what it all entails and stuff like that. So do you think you can maybe explain it a little bit, like how it came about, what kind of roles you had within the organization, what kind of expectations you had, and then obviously how did it kind of come about and whatnot?
Yeah. Okay. I can't remember exactly when I joined Horizon. I think it was maybe 2017. It was
Yeah.
really early, and they were established when I joined. They were very good and doing well and good numbers, all that kind of stuff, interactions. But yeah, when I joined, it came about through just streaming and being like obviously always on, just active, streaming a lot, tweeting a lot, being
Yeah.
around, and being they were looking for, because they're a British organization,
Yeah.
so they were looking for English streamers, you know what I mean, kind of thing
Yeah.
like that. So it's kind of just looking around,
Mm.
and obviously, you know, the more you're on stream, the more you're tweeting out, doing things, the more likely you are to be seen by these
Yeah.
people that are looking to sign someone. So that was in my favor at that point, I suppose. So that was
Mm.
good. But yeah, so they just could basically see you streaming, come in your chat, say hi. It's, oh, look at that, it's Horizon Union in my chat. What's going on?
Mm. Yeah.
I didn't know who they were at the time. I had no idea. But obviously you get to know. You see that, okay, they're in my chat. Let's go and see what they're about. Blah, blah,
So,
blah.
so just obviously sorry to interrupt. It just kind of like
Yeah.
how big roughly were they at the time? Like, if you could give an estimation, obviously compared to how big they
Oh,
are now,
man.
like how big would you say at the moment? Did they at the time were they like one of these little Discord communities, or were they like you know, they've got maybe 5-6 other streamers under their belt kind of thing?
They had, I think when I joined, there was 4 streamers, I think.
Mhm.
One of them I think is still there now, Ilax Cali, yeah. But there was remember Jimmy Pop back in the day?
Oh yeah, oh, that rings a bell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was a Horizon for a bit.
yeah.
Then he obviously had a family and stuff, so he kind of stopped streaming, but it's all good.
Mm.
Um, yeah, he was there. I can't remember who else was there now. It was a long time ago, but yeah. So there was a couple of us. I joined into a team of 4.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, and yeah, it was established in terms of like they knew what they wanted to get into the whole content creation thing. They were rebranding. They were basically like a Modern Warfare 2 like montage clan back in the day,
Oh
and they
wow.
wanted to get into like they wanted to get into just content creation in general, lifestyle kind of like organization,
Mm.
and we were tasked with doing that, basically just driving it forward in that sense.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like nothing real strict. It wasn't really anything like regimented. It was more just like, just stream, just do your thing, keep doing you. You're
Mm.
doing great. They were supporting us with like graphics, supporting us with like any ideas you want of our stream, like bounce back ideas kind of thing.
Mm.
If they have any tips and advice, like, you know, be like, do this, maybe try that,
You what I love
try
about
this
this,
game.
it's kind of like it's what I think all these like smaller organizations paint as like what they try to do, but a lot of them are just trying to boost like are nowhere near like that, and
No, no,
some of them can like almost harm your career sometimes if you join too early.
can do,
Yeah,
can do.
but it sounds like you know a really good organization when you joined as
Oh,
well.
they're
It's
great
like
guys,
yeah, and
100%.
obviously I've seen a few streams myself, and they seem so sound.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but the fact what you tell me there as well is it's literally what is painted as the picture, but it actually was that, which is
yeah,
amazing.
yeah. They were nothing but supportive, and when I said earlier on how I met Axe in person,
Yeah.
I also met them as well. It was like a Horizon kind of like EGX gaming event kind of thing,
Mm.
and we all met up in London. It was really cool, and I met those guys. They're the owners, and they're awesome.
Mm.
And it was just nothing but a good time. But when I first joined, there was like no real sponsorship, and it was all very like just starting out kind of
Yeah.
thing, you know. They had a bit of a foundation from their like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 like creation days.
Mm.
But in terms of like I said earlier about the whole lifestyle creation and making an organization for
So just to ask at the time,
just
were
go
you
on.
doing Call of Duty at the time?
No, I was doing FIFA and Rocket League.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So yeah, it wasn't nothing to do with COD really. No. I played like
Oh
a little bit of COD when it came out, the new one,
yeah.
basically for like a week,
Mhm.
but that was it. But yeah, mostly was still FIFA.
Yeah, yeah.
Jimmy Pop, like I said, he was playing FIFA a lot. Callie was playing League of Legends a lot, so it was all like diverse. You know,
Mhm.
all of us were just doing different things,
Yeah.
and it was really cool.
Happy
But they
days.
wouldn't put any pressure on you.
Yeah.
Thankfully, they all obviously they like to check on your interactions on Twitter and things like that,
Mhm.
like, you know, so they can like take those interactions and combine it and then put it into like a sponsorship, you know,
Oh no,
application.
no, definitely. Because my brother works for an organization at the moment, AFK Gaming, and
Oh yeah.
like he's all obviously he studied when he's looking for creators to recruit. It's all about
Mm.
the engagement. Like
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
have loads of viewers on your streams, but if you're not getting that chat going, if you're not getting
yeah,
those tweets, likes, and shares and
yeah,
stuff like that,
interactions and
Is
all
it
that.
is
Yeah,
it
yeah,
really is it really that good? You know, it's like all the viewers do it in some ways is get more eyes on you, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they like what they're seeing. Almost, it's kind of
yeah.
like, yeah, it comes to a
It's
lot
trying
of
to
that.
convert that into clicks for their websites. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
absolutely. At the end of the day,
Yeah,
they're looking. They are a business. They are looking at the, looking to kind of make money and grow. Like,
yeah,
try and put it back into the business. So
definitely.
obviously, it's about everyone playing their part in the cog, and obviously you played your part as well, brilliantly as well.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I remember when I first joined, like I said, going back to it, it was they were looking for X Gamer sponsor. Yeah,
yeah,
the UK energy drink, and it
yeah,
was quite cool at the time. I remember getting it,
mm.
and they gave up free tubs, and it was really cool. I was like, oh my god, I got a free tub of X Gamer, no way! It was like, oh my god, and you get like a code and all this kind of stuff, and I was like,
Mm.
oh my god, because
Yeah,
I wanted to be an X Gamer like affiliate or like a sponsor from them on my
mm.
own anyway. Like even before Horizon, just getting about, I was like, oh, okay, that would be really cool.
Yeah,
And then obviously Horizon started, and then we partnered with them and all that stuff, and it was like, oh my god. But then that
mm.
progressed. It went from X Gamer, and then we moved on to like G Fuel as well. So you can kind of see the progression going from like
Yeah,
a local UK energy drink company to then going to G Fuel, which is like worldwide brand. It's mad.
mm.
It was quite a step up, and
Code
it was cool to be a
STT.
part of that. Yeah, Code STT, you know. It was really cool to be a part of that process of going from like a local but very good energy drink of your X Gamer to then just expanding the path of going to bigger ones
I just remember
of
back in
X
the
Gamer. It
day,
was
it
like,
was
whoa.
just like everyone wanted that code for G Fuel. They wanted that partnership, and
Yeah,
obviously
yeah,
you had it. You like, it was just like that was like so coveted by like so many people. Like, that's the goal. They wanted those partnerships with G
yeah,
Fuel, because they just know that they would buy loads themselves. But obviously,
yeah,
like, I just remember it was almost like the status at the time, but it was amazing because so many people loved G Fuel. Like, what they were doing
yeah.
was different at the time. It was the fact that, it was just energy juice, but it wasn't like bad for you.
No,
It
so many flavors too. So
Yeah,
many flavors.
it was, and it wasn't Monster or Red Bull. It was something that was actually beneficial to you, and
Yeah, you mix
yeah,
it with water, and it's
yeah.
beautiful stuff. I
De-
must
de-
admit.
yeah, definitely. And yeah, so obviously, that was obviously they were monitoring engagement. What kind of roles and responsibilities did you have to the brand?
It was just being content active, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Just so always like streaming, as much as you can to a point, and then putting out tweets and little videos, and even just like expanding to YouTube as well. That was
Yeah.
cool. Instagram they were helping me out with, but I didn't really do very well with Instagram. We'll move on from that. But these try things to be
Instagram is
fair ones, all right.
hard. Like, it is a
Oh yeah,
hard
yeah.
game.
Instagram's tough.
Like, yeah, but it's probably one of the more beneficial ones to be on, because also it's like, if you're doing well on Instagram, you're doing well everywhere.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
So it's a hard one to get on, but once you get it going, it's amazing. But
Oh yeah.
but
I'm
yeah,
still learning myself.
yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah,
I
so,
just post pictures of myself on there just for the fun of it now. Just take it pretty casually.
uh,
But yeah, they do a lot of meetings where you get
mm,
involved and just talk to the owners about what they're doing and
mm,
coming up, and how you can help or what they want you to do. Or
yeah,
like loads of charity events as well. It's really good for Charity Horizon, where
yeah,
they get all the streamers involved,
mm.
all the owners and creators involved, and do like a 24-hour stream. Everyone plays like 2 hours or 3 hours here, to contribute towards
I think I
24 hours.
remember, what was it? It was the owner. Is it Kieran? His name?
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. He did the, what was it? The chili or something like that on stream.
Oh god.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
I remember watching that ages ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just like, oh geez, oh. I mean, I like a bit of spice, but I definitely wouldn't be able to cope with that.
I
Um,
actually got a story about that. Do you want to hear it?
oh, go for it, go for it. We love a story
I did
here.
my own.
Oh,
This was I was probably like 6 months into streaming, right?
oh
This is
wow,
right at the beginning, like six
wow.
months in,
Eh,
and
it just
I never really,
just because I'm curious, right? At the time, see,
yeah.
I say at the time, 6 months in, roughly, what kind of views and stuff like that were you hitting at that time?
I'd say 5 to 7 average a
Okay,
stream,
yeah, cool,
but that's 5 to 7 people in the chat. I was like, oh
yeah,
my god, this is mad. So it was
yeah,
good conversation. It was a tight group, but it was a
yeah,
group. You know what I mean? It was
yeah,
great. Um, but yeah, about 6 months in, and I was like, all right, you know, let's just try something cool. I think I hit like, I don't know, maybe like 250, 300 followers at the time. It was quite cool. But
Mm,
I was like, all right, what can we do for like a milestone? You know, what's we celebrate with?
yeah.
And they were saying, oh, do like a chili challenge. You know, get a hot chili, a hot pepper, and have it on stream. We'll see how you react and all that. And I was like, oh my god, okay. So I went on eBay and bought these Carolina Reaper chilies, like peppers.
Yeah.
And they came in like a little plastic bag. I've got them in my room still. I'm not gonna get them now because I'll be tempted to have one. but I remember I was with my late granddad now, and he took me to like co-op, and we got like yogurt and milk and all this stuff, preparation for the stream.
Yeah.
And it was starting to get to the point where I was like telling my family about like, okay, I'm streaming a lot now. It's just kind of getting there. You know, it's not where I want it to be, but it's getting there slowly.
Mhm.
And they were starting to come along with the idea of me doing it a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, so like I said, my granddad was helping me out with buying all this stuff because I couldn't really afford it. You know what I mean? It was like
Mm. Yeah.
it was a tough time back then. But yeah, I got this Reaper and I showed it on camera. I showed it on webcam. I was like, all right, on stream. There's like 5 Reapers in this packet.
Wow.
And I was like, right, I'm gonna have one of them just to prove that it wasn't fake and all this kind of stuff. I want to be pure, authentic, and all that, and do it properly. I was like, all right, yeah. I thought there was 5 Reapers in this packet. I'll have one. There'll be 4 left. So I have one down it, and it was really tough. The pain when you do this Carolina Reaper, it's not just in your mouth; it's in your stomach. That's where it gets you.
Oh man.
It's like pure fire in your stomach, and it hurts, and it's impossible to get rid of. It's always there.
No
You got
matter,
like
no matter how much milk and whatnot you drink, it's
yeah,
just
yogurt was great, milk was decent, ice cream was cool. I had a Ben and Jerry's ice cream as well. Um, but, but yeah, it wasn't enough. You have to like keep going. Like you have like a spoonful, it cools you down inside for like 5 seconds, and then it heats up again. So you got to have another spoonful. You know, it's like constantly back and forth, just like oh my god. So every
oh,
like 5 seconds, another spoonful, another spoonful, another spoonful, or like
oh
down a glass of milk. But
Jesus.
so I have the first one,
Yeah.
but I look back in the packet and there's still 5 there. I'm like, shit. Hold on a minute. I thought there was 5 in it. So I show the packet to like the people on stream, and like, wait, hold on, Sam. You tricked us here. What's going on? What's going on? I'm like, no, legit, I've had one. What do you mean? There was 5 left. And, oh my god. So they thought I faked it. So I had to have another Carolina Reaper to prove that I didn't like fake it and do another one. So I had 2 in one night,
Oh
and
man.
it didn't go down well. Yeah, well, it came. Yeah.
Oh
I don't want to be
yeah.
too graphic, but it didn't stay in very long.
Oh Jesus, man.
Yeah, it was
That's
bad.
commitment, though. That is commitment.
I was
to
like,
the
I must
cause.
do it. I gotta do it.
That is outstanding. I love that.
Yeah, because I got tricked. Apparently, when I said I bought these from eBay, it said there was 5 in a pack. I was like, all right, cool, 5 in a pack. Let's go. Showed it on stream, 5 in a pack. Apparently, there was 6 in there. I didn't see 6, so I had
Oh,
1, and there was still 5 remaining. And I was like, oh my days, man, this is a joke. So they gave me 1 extra. This
oh,
eBay company, and I
Jesus,
never,
they have stitched you right up. They're trying
yeah, I
to be
never forgave them
generous.
since. Literally.
They're trying to
So
be
I have 2
generous.
Carolina Reapers in one night.
Oh, I can't believe that. That is mad. I mean, I would have loved a clip of it, but I'm guessing it doesn't exist.
No, well, yeah, a long time ago. Well, not a long time ago. Like, was it a year or 2 ago? There was
Yeah.
like all the streamers and music copyright
Oh, the
and the
DMCA.
clips.
Yeah,
Yeah, DMCA thing. That was it.
yeah,
So all my clips from like 2020 backwards
yeah,
have been deleted
yeah. It's
because of DMCA.
I remember that. That was
Yeah.
but I mean, obviously, that was one of the other reasons why a lot of people were moving away from Twitch and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah.
But
So it would have been there somewhere, but obviously
yeah,
it's gone now.
it's such
a
a
shame.
shame. But yeah, oh, that's mad. And you see, you
It
still
was like
got. You see,
5,000 clips. I
you see, you
deleted.
still got them.
I got some
Aye.
clips. I saved a lot. I tried like I went through them before I deleted them all. I went through and looked at like my top viewed,
Ah, right, yeah,
my most viewed clips, and I was like, all right, what can I save? Just I tried to save anything above like
Mhm.
10 views
yeah.
as like a a little standpoint. I can't save them all because like I think it was like 6,000, 5,000 I deleted at the time,
Jesus, man.
and I was like, dude, that's like memories, bro. It's like, come on, I haven't got the
Oh.
best memory as it is, but I was like,
I remember because it
Oh, man.
it happened just after my I think it might have been I think it was my first ever charity stream.
oh, yeah.
And it was during lockdown, so I'd grown my hair out and grown my beard out, and I'd shaved it
Yeah.
off and done the Ronaldo kind of hairstyle.
Well, the R9.
Yeah, but
Yeah, yeah.
but this was on my old setup. So my old setup was in my bedroom.
Hmm.
because obviously I don't sleep in this room. This is my stream room, and then the room to my left is my bedroom, and it was in the corner. It was up against the window and the radiator. It was on a makeshift L-shaped desk. I only say makeshift because it was meant to come in 3 parts, and I scrapped one of the parts and made it
Oh,
into 2.
nice.
So
Nice.
yeah, it was Bob the Builder over here.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, did that with the desk there, and the way the camera was pointed, obviously I was also doing press ups and stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
On my bed because it was the only space
Nice.
I had, so it looked dodgy as anything. But there was clips of that.
Oh
There was
no.
it was mad, and I got my biggest raid at the time. So the biggest raid I ever had at that point was maybe like 2 or 3 viewers, and all of a sudden Chufters comes in with this
Oh yeah.
28 viewer raid, and I'm
Yeah,
going
yeah.
mental because I've never seen this many people watching me for ever, and it's
Yeah.
mental. And believe it or not, in the same stream, I also got raided by FG.
Okay, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but he wasn't nearly as big at the time. He only had about 20 viewers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't know who he was at all. Like I just said, "Oh,
No.
thanks for the raid, FG and stuff like that," and I got him live. And then next week, I found him on Twitter and stuff like that, and he's blown right up.
Yeah, yeah, he's massive now, big boy.
Yeah, he is. And it's mad. But that was my I remember just having to delete all that. The only thing I've
Oh
managed to
man.
save is my charity match because there was no music playing. So
Oh yeah.
that one was absolutely safe. I
Yeah.
mean the camera quality on it's awful because it was shot on my iPhone 8, and it was streamed over my iPhone 8. I mean because the stream was organized very very last minute for the charity match for people that couldn't make it. So
Mm.
I
If
was
it works, it works, you know?
yeah, it kind of worked, and we're doing another one soon. So I'm gonna see if it works with my iPhone. I don't even know what one this is. I think it's 12. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Lost count.
Yeah, you know, it's um yeah. So I've lost the train of thought there. It's I keep doing this at the moment.
I know, I'm losing my mind as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of mad, but obviously, yeah, we were talking about obviously you know the fact that you know how are your family and stuff like with you streaming now? Like
Mm.
are they all come to terms with it now or?
Yes, yeah, much more so than when it started. I remember when I first remember going back to when I announced to my family that I quit my job. I remember my auntie telling me I was stupid. I
Oh,
was like,
wow.
yeah, like your own family are calling you stupid and you're an idiot. What are you thinking? All this kind of stuff. And then last Christmas, the same auntie that called me stupid bought me the sign behind me that says my name on it. So I was like, all right, that's pretty cool. So
Mad.
she bought me a Sam Tap Tap sign.
That
It was the
is
same auntie that called me stupid a couple years ago. So that's like, all right, cool.
that
Thanks.
is mad.
Yeah.
It just
So they're definitely on board with it now. Yeah.
yeah, that's crazy, man. I mean, I suppose you've been doing it for so long now, so
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, I
and
remember like back when I used to do Call of Duty montages and things like that. It was
mhm,
always like a little secret project. You wouldn't tell anyone. Don't
yeah,
tell a soul. Not even my friends knew I did it. It was like my own little thing.
yeah,
And like yeah, I'm try to my best to keep it as quiet and secretive and personal as possible.
mhm,
But nowadays, I'll tell everyone about streaming. You know.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's becoming more and more the norm,
Yeah.
and I feel like that's just going to become more so as YouTube grows with it as well, because obviously
Yes.
so many people go on YouTube, and it's not just obviously that's more. I mean, obviously you're going on Twitch, you're looking for solely live streams,
Yes. Yeah.
and I think I can't remember the exact numbers, so I won't quote them, but I believe it was like close to like there's like 700 million people on YouTube,
Hmm.
but there's like half that or like a quarter of that on Twitch or something like that.
Yeah, I can believe that. Yeah. If that.
Yeah. So it's like
Yeah.
that's where the potential comes with the live streaming there. So that's where like obviously, I mean, the one thing you're seeing now on YouTube is you're seeing a lot of companies stream. So
Yeah. Yeah. True.
one in particular that I can name is Talksport. Talksport do their radio show now live, the entire time on YouTube.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, so because
Yeah.
obviously everyone that's viewing it, whoever's getting hit with ads, they're making money from that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And these are ads that you know aren't paying Talksport directly; they're just paying YouTube, so they're
Yeah.
getting hit with all sorts there.
Yeah.
And not including the ads that they'll have as well. So like it's just smart decisions for businesses now are doing
Yeah, just
their
to get
streams now.
involved in YouTube.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
I'm not gonna lie, YouTube's a different kettle of fish to stream on. It really is. It's bizarre and
Mm.
it's strange, but I am starting to really like it.
Yeah, that's good.
I've been streaming on there. I've probably done collectively maybe about 7 or 8 streams now on YouTube. You know, you can have zero latency. You can stream at
Oh yeah,
any quality you want. So I can stream at 4K if I wanted to.
nice.
Obviously I don't because my PC would explode.
Bandwidth and yeah, the internet will
Yeah, oh
cry.
yeah, that
Yeah,
as well. Oh yeah,
yeah.
that small hurdle as well. Um, yeah, and one of the hard things with it is the thumbnails as well. You've got to have thumbnail for your live as well.
Yeah, yeah.
But I've thought of that now, and I now have a technique to kind of to conquer that. But that'll be coming soon.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, via Manic.
Hey.
Yeah, absolutely. I got to love Manic. He has been
Oh yeah.
he's been
Nudity.
yeah he's been brand new and some of the work he's putting out is unreal, and the effort he's putting
Oh
in is
yeah.
unreal. Like the amount of variations he's just chucking at me for stuff I've asked for is unreal.
Really? Oh, look
Yeah,
at him go.
yeah,
Oh,
really,
I'm so proud.
yeah. Because I like. I mean, I'm quite lucky in the sense that I've worked with quite a few graphics designers. I imagine you have as well. Worked with
Yeah.
various different graphics designers. You just learn to know what to say, and there's
Yeah,
nothing
yeah.
worse just saying to a graphics designer, just be creative. Like,
Yeah,
what does
yeah.
that mean?
I like orange, but put some orange in there, just like, all right, great.
Yeah, it's like being very big does not help graphics
No.
designers in any way. But yeah, so obviously YouTube as well. It's the chat's different. You have 2 different types of chat. You have top and you have live.
Oh yeah.
Top chat meaning the fact that like like kind of if it's like if you've got chats that are going absolutely mental, it will highlight the like maybe from the more established YouTube channels will come up and
Oh,
whatnot.
okay.
Yeah, you've got members, which is obviously the exact same as YouTube, as Twitch subscribers. Difference is
Yeah.
you can set the price to whatever you want.
Yeah, yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. So eventually, when I get there, I'll be setting mine as £1.
Oh, there you go. 99p, let's go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's 70-30 split from the get go with YouTube as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so obviously that's the benefit. So there's a lot of benefits with YouTube, and that's one of the reasons I'm trying to get in there with there. Obviously, getting to that 1,000 subscriber mark is tough, and
Oh yeah.
I'd say it's also a lot tougher probably than Twitch in many ways. I mean, you've got you're over that 1,000 mark, aren't you? I can't remember how many subscribers. I
Yeah.
remember checking.
3.4, I think. 3.4.
Yeah, and I knew you were
Yeah.
you were up there. For some reason, I had like 2.2 or something in my head, but you
Yeah.
smashed that. So,
It's all good.
I mean, obviously, Twitch is one of the ones we've talked heavily about. How's YouTube been with content creation? Like, how you found that?
It was really good until the watch-alongs. Yeah. So
Mhm.
now like I said earlier about doing the Twitch contracted watch-alongs and all that.
Yeah,
Because putting so much time into that, YouTube's taken kind of a backseat.
yeah,
So it's kind of unfortunate. But before the watch-alongs, it was great. It was
Mhm.
awesome. I enjoyed it. Tried to put out like 2 videos a week. It was like my pro clubs thing with like
yeah.
different pro clubs builds or like tips and tricks of like formations to use and how to play any
Mhm.
all this kind of stuff. Beating like #1 club on leaderboards, little things, videos like
Mhm.
that. And it was great. And it was just basically just doing what we do on stream, but converting it into a YouTube video format. You know what I mean?
And just
So
ask
like,
on these, do you edit them yourself?
yes,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. The only thing I don't do usually is thumbnails, like
yeah,
at Manic, like yourself.
yeah.
Manic does mine.
He's brand new. I mean, you know what? It was good as well because when I was asking him to do the stuff like YouTube Live and stuff like, that, and he'd never done YouTube Live before. Like he's saying, it's like oh, this is brand new territory for me.
Mm,
And I've given him an idea now, and I believe I think he'll carry that over. I'm pretty proud of this idea as well that I've come
yeah.
up with. So obviously people will be seeing that soon.
Yeah, Manic
Um,
is he's a smart boy. He can see the thing you're after.
yeah,
You know, he
yeah.
can see the vision.
Definitely, and I'm pretty proud of this idea. Obviously, it'll be coming soon. As to how to conquer the thumbnail for YouTube Live.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be coming soon, and obviously he's been brand new in that sense. But what would you say if you're a content creator starting it, or maybe you're a smaller one,
Yeah.
and you're struggling to grow? What would you say is better to focus your attention on, YouTube or Twitch? Do you think? Like, what's more important to allocate your time with?
I think what takes up the most time would be YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But you gotta pick one that gives you the most success, you know?
Yeah.
So you can try them both. Like, say, I don't know, for example, you stream, I don't know, let's say 3 times a week and make a video a week. You know what I mean?
Mm,
If your streams are more successful than your videos,
yeah.
maybe either you could do less streams and put more effort into another video, so do 2 videos a week,
Mm-hmm.
or you could, do more streams and maybe put less effort into the video. You kind of got to pick one,
Yeah.
but you can do both. It's a lot of damn time.
Yeah.
But if you can give that time, if you're willing to put in the time, then I definitely recommend at least a video a week, if not more. Like I said, I tried to do 2 a week and it was good because it's at least a little bit consistent. And that was on the back of doing daily streams. I was doing 7-hour streams a day while also doing things outside of that. And also trying to make a video twice a week, so it kind of just adds up.
Yeah.
But it's definitely worth having both, but find whichever one seems to take off more. Send it, but don't forget about the other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they can both work with each other to grow each other.
Yeah. I mean,
So like your videos popping off will
yeah.
help your streams, and your streams popping off help your videos. You know what I mean? So you kind of want to.
Yeah, I was about to ask you just there as well. It's like your YouTube videos, did it help your stream massively?
Well, that video you said you watched about the 0 to 1,000 followers.
Yeah.
But like for years, I got people coming in the chat saying, "I watched the video, thank you." Got so many followers from it. Got so many people donating and subbing because of it. I was like, oh my god, this is mad. Just because of a damn video, it was crazy.
That's mad.
So I've seen the power of having a good video on YouTube, and it's kind of given me like I said earlier, like the motivation before watch-alongs to make videos like twice a week at least.
Yeah,
because it does definitely help.
It feels different, doesn't it, when a video just does so well.
Yeah.
I mean, like I should add, right? My most successful video is not on this YouTube channel, right?
Oh,
yeah. So some people might know this. Not everyone does. I did have another YouTube channel. And it is also where the meme for Andy Carroll comes from, because my most successful video was an Andy Carroll player review for what I believe is FIFA 14.
Oh my God.
And it's sitting on about 7K views, I think. With a lot of likes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
nice.
it is absolutely horrific. Like, you will have seen some YouTube videos in your time that you're just like cringing all over. This is like as memeable as they come. Bad Photoshop skills, spelling mistakes, nonsense comments, bad microphone.
The quality of it, yeah. I love it.
The quality of the clips are unreal. Like, I had an Elgato at the time that recorded it, and the quality looks class. Some of the goals I scored are unreal, by the way. This is a standard gold Andy Carroll, and he's scoring screamers.
He's banging it, yeah.
Yeah, this is where Andy Carroll came because he was unreal in that game. So I just followed suit with everything I did. Was Andy Carroll, he's I remember one of the first comments on the that I make on the thing was he's so good he doesn't even need to score from a striker. It's because on the clip he just pushes the defender out the way and the defender's last touch goes in the net.
Oh my God. Nice.
And this was the FIFA as well where headers were OP. So obviously it just made it even more so.
Absolute man mountain,
I had a few decent videos actually on that channel. It just I didn't see massive amount of growth in subscriptions. Like the fact that 7K views, I think I only had 20 subs. Because I started posting videos with my face on it, which I didn't do at the time. I think at the time I was 18. I was still learning how to edit and stuff like that. I knew how to cut,
Yeah.
I mean, I remember the screen at the end where I sum up the video was done on PowerPoint, and I just screen
Oh
grabbed
wow.
it. In fact, so much so you can still see on the picture, like you know the thing it says on PowerPoints where it says like hit escape to the end, like
Yes. Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
you can still see that on there. The
Oh my god.
Photoshop I do of Andy Carroll's card is so jagged, it's unbelievable. You can see all the
Oh
white
no.
round the outside. It's all like shark teeth.
Oh, that's funny.
It's so bad. And then I misspelled cheap and weak in it as well from an 18-year-old. That is
I love that though. That's like pure content, isn't it?
that
And
is
it's
uh,
authenticity. I love it.
yeah, you can check it out after the stream if you want.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do it.
But it's a jeez, oh man, it's that's a video and a half. And you know what? That actually got me a little bit of growth, weirdly, because
Yeah.
people found me afterwards, and I don't even know how, but they found me afterwards. And after I thought of that awful video and managed to be dead and buried, it became a meme, and I loved it. But I did like all sorts. I did was it Negredo? I did a review on him. I
Oh yeah.
tried to make a I tried I tried to make a FUT series.
Okay.
It was called BPL Evo, and it was just like
Oh.
BPL Evolution, and you go from a bronze BPL team to a gold one. And by the
Oh
second
yeah. Okay.
episode, I already had a gold team.
Oh my god. So well completed. GG.
Yeah,
Good job, guys.
and it's
Series over.
yeah, it basically it was so bad. It's oh man. But yeah, I tell you, one thing I discovered back then was burning yourself out with content, like where you try and go too hard, too
Mm.
quickly, and it just like you just lose that motivation. You lose the drive to do it.
Yeah.
Have you ever found that in your time?
Um. Kinda. I mean, I find some days like everyone, you have off days. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's like days where I really don't want to stream, but you do it anyway.
Mhm.
You know, or you didn't want to make a video, but you do it anyway. You just like suck it up and do it.
Yeah.
Um, it's not forcing yourself to a point, but it's more just like if I was feeling better, I'd still want to do this, so I'm gonna do it anyway.
Yeah.
I wouldn't let my negative mind like take over.
It's kind
If
of
that
like
makes
going
sense.
to the gym, isn't it? Like
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
no
exactly.
one wants to go to the gym. I've not been to the
Exactly.
gym in about 4 years, but you know, if you couldn't tell, so it's
You're a handsome man, Spud.
yeah, just not a
Don't need
skinny
it.
one.
Oh my god. But no, exactly that though. Exactly. It's like the
Yeah,
gym. You don't really want to go, but you go because it's the benefit of yourself to do it, you know?
yeah, and
But
and I mean the
go on.
benefits are the potential
Yeah,
benefits from it are
exactly. Yeah.
unlimited, like
Yeah.
genuinely unlimited. Like you know, before you quit your job, like say before you even got that job,
Yeah.
did you see this happening?
Streaming no. No, I
No.
didn't even know streaming was a thing.
Yeah,
I didn't know streaming existed, you know?
yeah.
It was all yeah, I used to the only time I used to watch the stream when like we're talking 2014 and 15, I was
Mm,
whenever the new COD came out, I'd watch like a live stream of a new COD, see what it's like before I got
mhm.
it.
Yeah,
And then just that was it. I used to watch a couple Call of Duty streams and that would be it for the year until the next COD, you know?
yeah.
And that was basically it.
Did
Um
did you
go on.
have a plan of what you wanted to become other than a streamer? Like before, well before, did you have like an idea? It's like, oh yes, I'm gonna do this, gonna become this? Because I know myself, I wanted to be a teacher, but
Oh yeah.
turns out I'm not smart enough to become a teacher. So yeah, listen, they apparently need to be able to spell, which is evident from that Andy
Okay.
Carroll video that I don't know how to spell.
That's step one, isn't it?
Yeah, messed up on the first hurdle. Yeah, but yeah, but did you have a career path that you were wanting to go down?
No.
No,
No. I
not
had
at
no
all.
idea what I wanted to do. No, I was clueless. I was winging it basically, winging life.
Hmm.
And I was like, let's just try this path, you know, I was trying things like
Hmm.
looking at other jobs. And one thing actually when I quit was like my mum was like, all right, get on Indeed. Like, get yourself signed up to Indeed. And like obviously
Hmm.
it's a job searching website for those that don't know.
Yeah.
And she was like, just look for jobs, and while you're doing that, looking for jobs, you can do this, you know, streaming YouTube thing. Because actually when I first quit my job, I wanted to be a YouTuber. I didn't want to
Hmm.
be a streamer. I thought
Yeah.
I'd do streaming in the meantime as like just to pass the time.
Yeah. 5 years
But
ago,
like I said,
that would have been roughly when KSI and all that were really
Yeah,
starting to
really
get it.
going for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I kind of want to get involved and do this whole YouTube thing, you know?
Mhm.
So I was like making YouTube videos. They're terrible, but I was doing it.
Yeah.
And at the same time, while, you know, I said I was spending like 2 or 3 hours on a video, making, editing, rendering, blah, blah, blah. There are other times outside of that, I was streaming just for like passing the time, something to do, because I was technically jobless, you know what I mean? I wasn't doing
Yeah.
anything. So I wanted to do something productive with my time. I wanted to like play a lot of games because I love games all the time. Played them since can't remember.
Yeah.
But I wanted to be productive with gaming, and like, all right, if I can stream and do that, then I'm kind of killing two birds in one stone.
Yeah.
But like I said earlier about like you can do both YouTube and Twitch, but when one takes off full send it, Twitch took off before YouTube did for me. So
Mhm.
I kind of like went straight into Twitch. I was like, all right, Twitch is kind of working more than YouTube is. Let me put more time into Twitch. So I
Mhm.
spent, instead of like a couple hours streaming, I'd spend even more, double the time.
Yeah.
So Twitch started to take off even more, and kind of see how it is.
That's fair. That's
But
fair. You know what's mad as well, because like so many people will tell you like focus fully on YouTube, and
mm,
Twitch is the benefit, but you're kind of you're saying the opposite because like it did work for you that way. Like that's the
yeah,
way it worked for you.
yeah,
And it just proves they're
everyone's
not.
different, you know.
Yeah, everyone's different. That's exactly the point I was about to make because, like at the end of the day, obviously, we're saying obviously the fact YouTube making moves and stuff like that, and
Yeah, yeah,
all these different avenues that are coming up at the moment. Like I'm saying at the moment, like I said in my video that I couldn't see if Twitch was going the way that they're currently going. I couldn't see Twitch lasting another 2 years. I feel like it could be dead after that.
mm,
But who knows? Someone could come in, take over Twitch, and completely transform it, and all of a sudden it becomes better than YouTube. Like
yeah,
I mean,
yeah. You never know.
yeah, you never know. You really, really don't. I mean, stranger things have happened. I mean,
Yeah,
who knew a pandemic was going to have us all locked in our rooms and,
literally. And
just
everyone's streaming then.
yeah. I mean,
It was great.
this is where we are now. I am streaming. I now have a Shure mic because of the pandemic.
Literally, yeah,
Yeah, basically.
exactly.
I mean, I now have a standing desk because of the pandemic. My bad
Yeah.
back. So I'm just a pensioner now. So it's it's yeah. It's aye. Oh,
Oh man.
right. Right. I think on that note, I think we'll wrap it up there. Thank you
Okay.
very much, Sam, for jumping on the podcast. I really, really appreciate you taking time out your day to jump on.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. It's
Yeah.
been very fun.
That's not a
Been very
problem at
fun.
all. That's not a problem at all. Guys, you can catch Sam on the socials. I'll link in the description below. You can also catch him on Twitch as well. He's there pretty much every day.
Yeah.
It's very early in the morning now, aren't you?
Yeah, 10 a.m. 10
10.
a.m. UK time till like 4ish, 5ish. Yeah.
Yeah. Catch him at twitch.tv/Sam Tap Tap. Make sure you go check him out, drop him a follow, and enjoy the vibes that he provides. What a rhyme that was. Wow,
I like that.
that
I
is,
like that. I might use the one, you know.
Yeah, wow. Listen, I'm a poet and I didn't know it. So amazing. Amazing. But yeah, team, do check him out as well in the description below. And if you are new around here, please do consider subscribing. It does help out a lot. And
Give us
also
that button.
yeah, hit the sub button. It is free. Hit the likes as well. Obviously, the likes. I love likes. And comment as well. What did you think of the podcast? Whether or not you felt I needed to shut up and listen to Sam not more, go for it. It's absolutely fine. Shut up, host. How dare you talk on your own podcast? Put that in the comments below.
I liked it.
Yeah, but listen, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers again for listening. And also if you're watching, listening to this on Spotify, Apple Music, whatever device you're listening to this on, make sure you follow the podcast as well on there because that all helps as well and helps grow, and we've become this beautiful flower. That I don't know. I'm just spouting stuff now. Cheers, guys. Adios.
In a bit.